and welcome to this week's Monday message. I have a series that I'm going to start today about joy. I love joy. I don't know that we don't all love joy. I think that there's just something profound and simple in joy. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to share a few different aspects of joy and how to find joy where we don't normally look for it. And today we're going to look at finding the joy in now. We hear all the time, be in the now, be present, be focused, be aligned. And wonderful things like mindfulness and awareness and various meditation techniques have been helping us to understand a little bit more about the now. But I meet so many people in training and in my coaching practice that don't know how to get to now, don't know the benefits of being in the now, and really have a hard time letting go of the past and the future in order to be present in the now. Or they get so stuck in the now that it's hard to plan for the future and hard to learn from the past. So we have a balance here. I would say one of the main reasons that people don't spend a lot of time in the now is they aren't present. They're not living it. They are either living in the future plans and doing the things, which is what we should be doing. We should be doing the things, but we miss out on participating and being present and being now. I had a client the other week and we were chatting about being present and being in the now, and it became a really interesting conversation. It moved this aspect of now into a time of now, which I understand because even before I talked about the past and the present and the now. And her aspect was, how do you be in the now and plan for the future? How do you be in the now and learn from the past? How do you be in the now but actually be and do in the now? And our conversation took a little bit of a turn because then we started talking about being and doing. And for her, being was a now thing and doing was a future thing or even a past thing. And so she said, I can either sit and be quiet and be still and be present and be in my now, or I can be doing things and I'm focusing and working towards the future, or I'm learning from the past. But I don't know how to do and be in the same place. And that's an interesting one. You know, Eckhart Tolle says that time is always now. So if I am in my moment looking back into my history and I am either dwelling upon what has happened and wondering what I could have done differently, and I'm stuck there, maybe I'm feeling emotions that are not necessarily useful for my now. But if I'm living my now focused or stuck even in my history, my now is my past. The other way is true too. If I'm here in my now, but I'm focused on what's happening in front of me, and I'm working only towards those goals and only towards those objectives, and always looking to tomorrow, and those tomorrows are those elements that say, I'll be happy when, then my now is in the future. But really, time is always now. That's all I've got. But I can give it and feed it from the past, or I can feed it from the future. So how do we live and be in the present moment and think about the future, think about the past without getting stuck there? And I think that's the key word there, is not getting stuck there. And it's truly in finding the joy of the present, finding the joy of the now. Brene Brown said, I don't have to choose extraordinary moments to find happiness. It's right in front of me if I'm paying attention and practicing gratitude. Simply being thankful for what I have in this moment, thankful that I have the ability to make plans for my future, thankful that I've lived the life that I have lived and have the lessons that I want. I can bring that into my now. Each day, usually in the evening, sometimes in the mornings, I have a gratitude journal. And in this gratitude journal, I write down the things that I'm grateful for. And this is usually things that have gone in the week that I've seen or heard, or during the day that I have experienced. So it's about the past, but it also is about the future. And really, it's grounding me into the now. When I can focus on my breath, when I can be grateful, even just sit and smell and listen. Because when was the last time you just sat and smelled and listened? And you don't have to be at the beach in order to do these things, to find the simple joys in life, to find those things that we're grateful for, and be present in the moment while doing the things that we do to move towards our future. Because we have to be doing the things. If we're sitting in that space of dwelling and worrying and contemplating and not understanding either about the past or about the future, most of the time when we're worrying, it's usually about the future, that hypothesis, or what's the right H word? Can't remember it right now, but the thoughts of what might possibly go wrong in the future. Now, even the Bible has something to say about this. It says, don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will have worries of its own. I can't do anything about those things until I get there. But what I can do is I can be in the moment, and I can plan and prepare. I can be 2 steps ahead of myself when necessary. I can be present in this moment by being aware of what my surroundings are, being aware of my emotions, being aware of the people that are around me, the sounds, the smells, the textures. And while I'm aware of these moments, I can also be learning from the past, and I can also be focusing on the future. Now, how do I focus on the future and be present to the moment of now? It's simple. I'm aware. I'm aware of those surroundings. For me, this is why I love aromatherapy, candles, and essential oils, because as I smell them, they bring me back to the now. Now, I can be working on a project, a work project, but it brings me back to now. I can be thinking about something from the past and learning from it, or contemplating about how I could have done it better or differently in the future. But I'm still present right here and right now. Being able to connect, find that joy, that simplicity, that happiness. Eckhart Tolle said another thing, and I need to pull this one up on my phone. He said, accept, then act. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it. Make it your friend and your ally, not your enemy. This will miraculously transform your whole life. Even when things aren't going to plan, find the joy in it. What can you be grateful for in that moment? And maybe it's simply the gratitude that you have a choice, the gratitude that we've lived this moment, the gratitude that we get to experience, learn, live, and grow. Because the other side of gratitude is joy. And we can find joy in the simplest of things. It's in the bright, beautiful full moon tonight. It's in the kitty cat that's walking around behind me. It's in being able to choose whatever time of day I want to for my Monday message. It's the simple things. I think we get caught up too much of thinking that being present and finding joy in the now means that we have to be still, be quiet, and meditate. My friend is right. If I'm only in that space, this kind of now, I can't be working towards the future. I have to hold on to this moment. But each day, in our moments, if we do have our 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour or more that you can sit in that contemplative silence, beautiful. Go for it. The more the merrier. And maybe it's just pockets of time. But remember those pockets of time. Every day, some of you know this already, normally I wear my watch. And every day from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., every 2 hours, a message comes up on my phone. It's an alarm, and it reminds me to breathe from my heart. And that's my comeback reminder that in case I'm not present to this moment, I come back and I breathe from my heart. I take in my surroundings and I bring myself back to now. I find the joy in the beautiful things. Gratitude, finding the blessings, a thankful walk, a thankful shower, a journal that you can write some of these things down, or an alarm that goes off a couple times a day that just simply reminds you to come back and be present for right now. Even if the right now is not all that pretty, even if we're overwhelmed, even if we're angry or scared or fearful or sad, when we can even accept that, that is a blessing in itself. Joyful that I have these emotions, joyful that I'm not stuck at flatlined emotions, joyful that this day shall too pass, joyful that I have experiences that change my emotions, that I can learn things, I can grow, and I can be the best version of me. Joyful in my now. May you be joyful in your now. Next week we'll be taking a look at the joy of something else. Over this series we'll be taking a look at the joy of depression, the joy of anxiety, and the joy of something else that I don't quite remember right now. But join me next week and let's experience even more joy. See you then.